So, here we are, again in our mats, ready for Yin. Leona is here next to me sleeping. She's in a Yin mode today, finally. She's like all over the place, still very young. So, she's gonna practice with us. And the practice for today, since we are in the Yin mode, and last Thursday here in Bali was Nyepi, which is the silence day where no one is allowed to leave their homes, no one is allowed to turn on lights, use computers, use phones. It's a day for introspection, for contemplation, for meditation. It's a day where Balinese people take to rest. And during this day, you really realize how activators our bodies are, how, well, at least myself, right? Like this was my realization, how activated our nervous system is and how much we need to rest. And on that day, I did my meditation practice and I did a Yin practice, really soft, really gentle, really simple, to come back into the body and to listen, right? To have this time to simply rest. So I want to dedicate this practice to that silence that we cultivate during the Yin practice, to the rest that we need for a daily life, to regulate, to self-regulate our nervous system. And for that, the Yin practice is a beautiful tool that can help us to calm our nervous system down. So just as a reminder, I would say that during this practice, to use as much as you can your belly breathing, to feel that soft and gentle breath into the lower belly, into the lower dantian. Yes, and we're gonna do just a few minutes of grounding to come back into our bodies before we start the practice. And you can place one hand into the belly at the beginning of the practice just to really bring attention into this area in your body. Because the breath that we are mostly using throughout the day is the chest breathing that activates the sympathetic nervous system and get us ready for action and get things done. But the breath that we are going to promote during this practice is a gentle and still deep breath through the belly to regulate the nervous system down. So let's start. You can rest your hand into the belly, or welcome also to rest both hands into your knees or into your thighs. I will place my hand into the belly just to bring more attention into this area. Closing the eyes. And taking a few minutes to arrive into our bodies. To find a comfortable sitting position. Maybe you notice there is some tension in your body and you need to move, you need to shift your position in a way that feels more comfortable. Your legs or your hips or your pelvis. Feel that your pelvis needs to be in a neutral position. There is no tilting forward or backwards. Maybe you can do a little bit of tilting to make sure that your pelvis is relaxed, your tailbone is relaxed, your low back is relaxed. We are lengthening the spine, we are opening the chest, we are relaxing the shoulders, away from the ears. We are softening the arms, the hands, and the fingers. You are softening the neck, the throat, softening your face, the jaw, the lips, the tongue, softening the eyes, the forehead. The back of the head and the top of the head. Feel the breath, how it starts in your belly and fills you up. Feeling how your body expands on the inhalation, how it relaxes on the exhalation. And for the next minute, we are just going to pay attention on our breath. How it moves through your nostrils, through your lungs, down into your belly. And if you don't feel so much your abdominal breathing, you can place your hand into your lower belly. To bring more attention into that area, to bring the energetic aspect into that area, that focus, as we really want to self-regulate our nervous system through our breath. So the breath is going to play a huge role during this practice. Your breath is your teacher to bring you back to here and now. You're anchored during this practice. Hands together, front of the heart, thumbs are slightly touching the center of your chest, your sternum, connecting with your heart, chin slightly towards the chest to honor yourself, your body, your practice, to set an intention for today's practice, your sankapa, any personal intention that you have, anything you would like to bring forward during your practice or cultivate during your practice. Think about it now. Let's take one more deep breath, feeling, sinking into your intention. And on the exhale, slowly releasing the hands back down to your thighs. And once you're ready, open your eyes. Good. We are going to start moving a little bit the spine. So we are going to start with spine circles. So sending the chest forward and to the right, to the left, and forward. Start with the small circles, very slow, very gentle, on your own pace. Move with your breath. Little by little, you're going to start making these circles a little bit bigger. If you have a cushion, you can put it to the side, or if it feels comfortable for you, you can stay with your cushion. And start making a little bit bigger circles and really using the movement to open up your body, to open up the spine. Let's take one more round to this direction and switch to the other direction. Big circles in the other direction. And we are going to start making smaller circles. And smaller and smaller until the movement, until the circles are very subtle, to the point that you are still moving, but it doesn't look like it. It's just a very gentle, very subtle movement with the spine until you come back into stillness. And pause for a moment just to feel the effects of these spinal circles in your body. Good, and we are going to start making circles with the neck. We are going to bring the chin slightly towards the chest and the chin towards the right shoulder and up. Making big circles, chin towards the left shoulder and down. And be gentle with your neck. It can be a very sensitive area, especially if there is tension that has been built up on our neck. Finding the tightness, releasing with your breath the tightness, with the movement as well. One more round in this direction. And reverse the movement. Good, let's take one more round. And come back to the center. Good. We are gonna switch our legs, so we are gonna release. Look at your legs and make sure you know which one is on the top, because we are gonna switch. So bring your hands behind your hips and release your legs forward, and you can shake your legs. We have been sitting for a while, and now we are gonna cross the legs on the other side. Good. We are gonna continue working with the neck, and we are gonna stretch the side of the neck. So we're gonna bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. And we're gonna bring the left arm above the head, over the right side, and we're gonna use the hand to bring a little bit more body weight. So you feel the stretch on the right side of your neck. Your right hand can be resting on your knee, on your thigh, or maybe if you wanna amplify this stretch, you can bring your right hand on the mat, and even you can walk your fingertips away from your body to intensify. And if you feel like, okay, well, there is more tension into the back of the neck, you can bring the chin slightly towards the chest to stretch that area. So find in your neck, where do you need the stretch. And once you find it, stay there. Oh, the tension then builds up in our neck. Feel how this gentle stretch can create more space. Really feeling the tissue on the right side. Maybe it feels more on the front, maybe it feels more on the back of the neck, maybe both. Let's take 3 more deep breaths on this side. And on the exhale, very slowly release first your left hand down and start bringing the neck and the head back to the center. And take a moment here where your body is in a rest state. Your spine is in a neutral position and you feel the difference between the right and the left side of your neck. How the tissue has changed on the right side. Taking a moment to feel. And we go to the other side, right ear towards the right shoulder. Maybe you can move forward or backwards a little bit to see where the tension is on your left side. And you can bring your right arm above your head, adding a little bit more of body weight without pushing. And if you would like to explore a deeper edge, you can bring your left hand down into the mat. And you can even walk your fingertips away from your body. You can close your eyes during this time to really focus into the body sensations. To see how it feels when you stretch this area. Creating a space with your breath. Let's take 3 more deep breathing. And on the exhale, first release your right hand down and bring your head back to center. And take a moment to feel. Hands can be on the mat, can be on the knees, or any other position that feels good for you. So you can notice that the tension has released on the neck, but maybe also has affected different area in your body, your shoulders, your chest. Once you're ready, open your eyes. Good. And we are going to come into all 4 position. Hands into the mat, knees into the mat, separate your knees. And we are going to do a few rounds of cat-cow to create a space into our spine, but also on our neck. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Very, very slow movements. Inhale, tilting the pelvis up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, we are rounding very, very slowly. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Letting the movement to be by itself your meditation practice. In this case, it's a meditation with movement, where the movements are slow, the movements are with awareness, with control. Let's take one more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale deeply and fully, rounding the spine. Back into a table pose. From here, separate your knees a little bit wider. Moving into child's pose, but this child's pose is gonna be with a twist, so we can continue to work with the upper body. So we are gonna start with the right arm under the left. The target area, it's going to be the other side of the right arm, but also the shoulder and also the neck. And if you open your knees wider, you can also get the stretch into the inner thighs. So see which variation works better for you. You can use the cushion to support your head, or you can rest your head on the mat directly. So let's find an edge that feels good for us. Your left arm can be extended forward, or your left arm can be all the way back, resting into your right thigh. If your knees are sensitive, you're welcome to use a blanket or a towel or a pillow to support your knees, making sure there's no pain. And from now on, I will talk a little bit softer, as I am very, very close to the microphone. And I know it can intensify the volume, so I will try to speak softer. Feel the stretch on the right arm, on the neck, the decompression of the low back, also the twist on the spine. While we are here, we are still breathing very deeply. The breath will help us to slow down. It will help us to relax a little bit deeper. When we are in that state of deep relaxation, emotions, thoughts, doesn't trigger ourselves so much as if we are in that fight and flight response all the time. When we are in a rest and digest response, we can be the observer of the body sensations, of the feelings, of the emotions. We can be in charge of our response. Instead of responding unconsciously, we can be aware of what is triggering us, of our thoughts, of our memories, of our emotions. And be mindful with it. Let it come, let it go without reacting. Let's take one more deep breath on this side. And on the exhale, left hand down, inhale, lifting the chest. And extend your right arm forward very slowly. And we are going to take just a few deep breaths where your arms both are extended forward. And this is going to be a slow and gentle and short rebound before we go to the other side. And once you have completed 3 breaths, you lift the chest a little bit and you send your left arm under your right. And you get yourself on the edge on this side, and your right arm can be extended forward, or you can bring your right arm back. Notice your breathing, your belly breathing. Maybe in this pose you can feel it as we are resting on the thighs. Maybe if your legs are wide open, you don't feel the belly so much. Depends of how wide your legs are. But you can feel the belly expanding and relaxing. You can feel how the tension on the arms, on the upper body is melting and softening towards the earth. You can feel how we are self-regulating a nervous system, even just after a few poses. Our bodies feel different. Our minds, our emotions, our thoughts might have changed already as well. Let's take the last minute here. One more deep breath. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale. Lift the chest and walk your hands back. And we're gonna very slowly unwind the position by releasing the legs forward, taking your sweet time to release the pose, to put everything to the side, the props, the blocks, the cushion, and to take this moment to feel the previous pose. If you need to move, you're welcome to move, to do a counter pose, or any movement or position that your body wants and needs, you're welcome to do, to listen to your body. I like to use the rebounds to place my hands into the lower belly to make a closer connection with this area. And also it helps me to keep my attention into the here and now. You just get a hello from the rooster to stay present. It's a wake-up call. To keep us here, fully present with our bodies, with our breaths. to this precious moment that we have, the only moment that we truly have, the now. So we can recreate in this moment, appreciate this moment of full connection with our bodies. And once you're ready, bend the knees, knees towards the chest. Hug your knees, hug yourself, roll side to side, massaging your back. And once you're ready, roll to the side and come up on your own time, no rush. Good. I will turn around so you can see me better. The next sequence is going to be to work with our hips. And I would like to pick a pose that is quite intense for the hips. It's a square pose, yeah? The right leg is going to be on the top. If this is not available for you, you can bring the right foot on the floor and just do a more simple variation with your legs. If this is still not working, I would suggest to use the cushion and to sit on it. 1, 2, 3, as many as you need. If this is still not working, any cross-leg position can be enough to open your hips. Or any other variation that opens your IT band and your glute, that it can be sleeping swan or shoelace, yes, or deer pose. If you don't remember some of these positions, don't worry, you can see to make sure that your knee is okay, your right knee, your left knee, your hips, you can stay in an upright position, or you can also use the cushion or the pillow that you have to rest your arms. Blocks can also help us to create a little more cushioning for us, more comfort, so we can relax deeper. So take a moment. It's quite intense, and if you have been practicing for a long time, this can be challenging. And I don't want you to push. I want you to listen to your body, to listen to your edge, to let your body to open up little by little. We are in a square position. Good. To relax your upper body. Another variation can be to support your head with your hands or with a block. And once you are in your edge, we commit to stillness. We become softness. We bring that softness inside of your body. Holding for 3 minutes this pose. See if you can become a little bit softer within your body, or maybe you can notice where you are tensing, if it's your neck, if it's your shoulders, if it's your rib cage, maybe your belly feels tense, maybe your hips. Scan the body and see where you need to rest your attention. Maybe the edge has changed, and you can go deeper, or you can stay where you are. Each pose is going to be different. Sometimes can get quite challenging after a while, or sometimes it can become easy to stay in the pose. So remember to play with your edges during the yin practice. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. And once you're ready, very slowly, take your time to come up. Nice. And you can release the right leg first, as is in the top, and the left. And you can just take a moment to extend your legs and to move a little bit your feet side to side. And we are going to take a moment here. This is going to be a rebound. You can walk your hands farther away from your hips to feel the sensations in the lower body. What happens when you release the pose? See where this journey is taking you today. Maybe it's allowing us to slow down, or to create space on the hips and to see how tight we might be, or how we are more open than what we thought. See where this journey is taking you today. And once you're ready, we walk the hands forward again, and we go to the other side. Square position, that it can be a cross-leg position as well. You can change the distance of your feet. Your feet can be far away from each other or close towards each other. And if you need support to sit on the cushion, please do. It will help you with the tilting. And if you feel any discomfort on your knee, your top knee can also rest on a cushion, on a blanket. If your knee is higher, don't worry. It doesn't have to. You don't have to push your knee down. It will come down little by little when your hips also have more space. And from here, you can stay in an upright position, or you can bend forward. So take your time to find your edge. Using the props to help us to relax a little bit more, to be creative with our practice, to support your head if you have a block, or you can also use your hands, or you can just let your head to float in the air, but make sure there's no tension on your neck. Once you find your edge, come back to your breath. If we are too deep in our edge, we may feel that the breath is shorter, it's more shallow. But if we feel comfortable in our edge, your breath is deep and long. We don't want to push our bodies to an edge that is too much, that is restricting our breathing, that is compromising our breath or your tissue, the tissue in your body. So find an edge that is not too easy, but not too hard. And stay there. Bringing all our attention into our inner world to feel the earth supporting us, to feel supported and grounded and safe in this space so we can let go. Empty ourselves from any worries, any stress, any concern. We let it go. Maybe it comes from time to time. Let it come and let it go. Let it pass through you. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Once you're ready, inhale, lift the chest, walk your hands back. Take your sweet time. Put in the blocks, the cushion to the side and wind the legs. You know where it's coming. Our sweet rebound. If you need to move your body in any direction, your hips, your feet, your legs, please do. And once you're ready, lie down. And as there's nowhere to go, you can take your time. For these 90 minutes, there's nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to be. Just simply resting on your body, resting in awareness. Giving yourself this time to feel. Just take 3 more deep breaths. And once you're ready, bend the knees, roll to the side, and come up. Taking your sweet time. As again, there's nowhere to go, so no rush neither. And from here, we're gonna move into saddle. Saddle, I remind you the target area. It's gonna be the quadriceps and the hip flexors. So if the knees are in pain in this pose, you can do this pose lying down. I will show you. Lying down, and you can just do this way, yeah? So you are doing the same position, but you are not putting so much pressure on your knees. Or you can also sit on the bolster, and you will also create more space on the knees. Now here, I'm gonna use the cushion that you can also use. Instead of lying down flat, you can use the cushion, and the feet are gonna be side to side of this cushion. If this is too much, you are also welcome to do one leg at a time. So we are gonna do 5 minutes on this position, and I will let you know when it's halfway in case that you are doing half saddle. So once you're ready, hands side to side, and very slowly start releasing down. Maybe you need more props, and you are welcome to use them to support your back. Your butt can also be supported, your low back with your cushion. Your arms can be extended forward, or you can bring your arms above the head to get a nice stretch also in the arms. And if your neck is not supported, your head is not supported, you can use a block to support your head. So here we are in this more complex pose. Be gentle with your back if it feels too much into your lumbar spine. Remember not to go so deep. Support yourself with more props. Working with the quadricep, with the hip flexors, with the stomach line, the chest, and maybe the shoulders too if your arms are above your head. Deep breathing. You can really tune in here with your breath into your lower belly. To feel how it expands, how it relaxes on each breath. We are halfway there. 3 more deep breaths into this pose. Very slowly, once you're ready, exhale, hand side to side of your hips, of your legs, and push into the floor, coming up, or find any other way that feels good, as it is a little bit tricky to get out of this pose. And once you're ready, release the legs, put the bolster to the side, and lie down. Take your time. And this pose, you can go into a counter pose. You can hold your knees as we were doing a back bend. And roll side to side, massage in your back. Once you're ready, exhale, release your legs out. Nice. And just take a moment here to feel the effect. Feel the rebound. One more time, bring your knees to your chest, hug your knees. Roll side to side, massaging the back. And we are going to do a twisted root, spinal twist. And we want to focus into the low back. So the knees are not going to be very high. We are going to open the arms in a T position. And we are going to drop the legs to the right side. Of course, if you want to go deeper, you can bring the left leg over the right. And you can also bring your right arm over the left side. Good. And if it feels too much for you, you can use a bolster to support your knees. Very good. And we hold it here. Opening the chest. And to keep the arms relaxed into the floor. And in these last poses, I'm gonna give you a little more time to stay silent. You can go deeper within yourself. Precious moment that we have to be with ourselves, to be connected with our breath, with our bodies. That is your belly breathing, the abdominal breathing. Still there, still happening.
take 3 more deep breaths. Once you're ready, very slowly start bringing the legs back to the center. Taking your time, releasing the legs. And you can keep the knees bent with your feet into the floor, or you can extend your legs into the mat, taking a moment to feel the twist, to feel the difference between the right and the left side of your body. Once you're ready, we go to the other side. Taking your time to bend the knees, not too high the knees, so you can work into your lower back, opening the arms in a T position and dropping the legs to the left side. You can bring your right leg over the left if you would like to go deeper on the twist or to support your knees with the cup. Taking your time to find your edge, and once you find it, stay there. Looking slightly over the right shoulder. It feels good for your neck. Breathing. We are in the last part of the practice, so really take this time. Feel where this journey taking you, where is this poses, creating a space in the body, what it needs to be felt, be heard. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Once you're ready, in the next inhale, bring the legs back to the center. very slow, taking your time, and extending your legs forward. And before we go into the Savasana, we're gonna do one more rebound. Feel the effect, to feel the sensations, to feel what happens when you release the twist. And once you're ready, move the chest, hug the knees. Give yourself a big hug, rolling side to side, and side with your low back. One more time. And once you're ready, extending the legs forward. If you would like to support the back of the knees with a bolster, if you would like to cover yourself with a blanket, please do. If you need shops or maybe a sweater where your shoulders are covered, you would like to cover your eyes as well. Get yourself really, really comfortable. Extending the legs, extending the arms. Give yourself this time for a deep, deep, deep relaxation. Your body is simply resting on the ground, on the air. Where you let go all the worries, all the stress, all the concern, all the doubts. You let the earth to hold you, to heal you with its energy, and you rest in this space of emptiness, of deep relaxation. Enjoy your savasana. your body, to your breath. Moving your toes, moving your fingers, moving your arms, above your head. Get the last deepest stretch practice. Feet, legs together. Just as you were waking up in the morning for the first time, you want to give yourself a big stretch. Yes, nice. Roll to the side. Come up slowly. And take your time. There's no rush to come up. And if you feel like, whoa, I need to stay longer in this savasana, because that is what you need to rest, you're welcome to stay. We take a moment of stillness instead of the practice to integrate all the benefits, to feel the changes, to feel where this journey took us today. Was there any insight or information, or maybe one word that your body wants you to know? Maybe it's rest or awareness or love, or maybe something totally different. Our body speaks to us. And Yin, we take the time to listen. Hands together in front of the heart, chin towards the chest. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself for taking the time to listen to your body, to come back into your body, to connect deeply with yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you to yourself for taking this time, for doing the work. Closing the practice with one unifying Om. Join me if you like. Deep inhale through the nose. Om. Bow to yourself, to your heart. Namaste. Bow to the earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone.